Today's podcast looks at the ballad High Germany, along with two other songs that have similar themes, The True Lovers and The Wars of Germany. I'll look at its background and printing history, and sing samples of different tunes and versions, and I'll end on a full performance. Oh Polly, love, oh Polly, the rout has now begun, and we must march away at the beating of the drum. Go dress yourself all in your best, come along with me. I'll take you to the cruel wars in High Germany. Oh Harry, you mind what I do say? Me feet they are so tender, I cannot march away. And besides, me dearest Harry, though I'm in love with thee, how am I fit for cruel wars in High Germany? I'll buy for you a horse, me love, and on it you shall ride, and all my heart's delight shall be riding by your side. We'll call at every alehouse and drink when we are dry, be true to one another, get married by and by. This version had been collected from Mrs. Locke of Muchelney Ham in Somerset by Cecil Sharp. A young man is conscripted into the wars in Germany. His sweetheart is pregnant, and he asks her to go with him, but she declines, saying she's not fit for war. He promises marriage, but she remains at home, lamenting her lost lover. The name of the soldier varies from Willie, Billy, Henry and Jamie, depending on which text is used. It's not clear which of the 18th century European wars this ballad was first written and sung. The earliest of the wars was the War of the Spanish Succession from 1701 to 1714, when Queen Anne was the ruler of England. The war had action and victories under the leadership of John Churchill, the Duke of Marlborough, with battles in the Bavarian and Belgium area over an 8-year period. The next was the 7 Years' War, that was 1756 to 1763. This was more of a global war, with British success in North America and India. However, the European campaigns had few outright victories and a number of failures. The earliest printed samples of the ballad are in the form of broadside street ballads. The earliest noting of this ballad was in 1780 in a collection of choice garlands. High Germany was a popular broadside and was reprinted in the early 1800s at the time of the Napoleonic Wars. The text forms the basic theme and words to the popular version sung in the folk clubs. The earliest printed version collected from a country singer was in April 1904 in Folk Songs from Somerset, edited by Cecil Sharp. This version had been collected from Mrs. Locke of Muchelney Ham in Somerset. Other collectors also noted the song around this time, including George Gardner, Frank Kidson and Alfred Williams. In Scotland, both Gavin Gregg and James Duncan collected versions that follow the same narrative but are notably different from the English text, and may be earlier versions of the ballad. You'll busk and bundle bro, Bonnie Betsy, and go. You'll busk and bundle bro, and go along with me. You'll busk and bundle bro, and go along with me. I'll take you to the wars that's in High Germany. I'll hire a horse, Betsy, and on it you may ride. I will be your postboy and walk by your side. We'll call at every stage house just as we pass by. Be true to one each other, get married by and by. You shan't hire a horse, Jamie, for I cannot ride. You will not be my footman to run by my side, for I'm 6 months and better wi' a bairnie got from thee. The war that is in Germany, love, I will never see. Fare ye well, Betsy, and fare ye well now. Fare ye well, Betsy, I'll take my leave of you. I'll take my leave of you, I may never see you more. My blood may run cold upon Germany's shore. The tune and words were sent to James Duncan in June 1908 by Mr. Isaac Croup, a farmer of East Cranlock, Aberdeenshire. The tracking down of songs depends largely on versions of the song being collected and printed. Apart from the previously mentioned broadside printing of High Germany of 1780, I can find no further printings until the early 1800s. It may have developed out of an existing earlier song, and the theme reworked to fit a more modern concept. There are two other songs that are linked into High Germany. The first is known as The True Lovers, or The King's Command. This song is also from the early 1700s, not as well known as High Germany. It appeared on broadside printings and was collected several times in the south of England. Abroad as I was walking, a-walking all alone, I heard two lovers talking, a-talking alone. Says the young one to the fair one, "Bonny lassie, this way. The king he has commanded us, and his orders we must obey. That's not what you promised me when you did me beguile. You promised to marry me when you got me with child. So do not forsake me, but pity take on me, for real is my woe. Through Scotland, Ireland, and France, along with you I'll go. Those long and weary travelling would hurt your tender feet. The hills and lofty mountains would cause you to weep. Besides, you would not yield to lay in an open field with me all night long. Your parents would be angry if along with me you'd been." That tune was collected by Vaughan Williams in April 1904 from Mr. Flint of Lynn in Surrey. The words are from the broadside version. The storyline is similar to High Germany, with a soldier due to be sent to the continent to fight at the Queen's command. His pregnant sweetheart wants to go with him. He tells her of the dangers and hardship, but in the end he agrees to marry her and look after her whilst they travel to High Germany. It may be that this ballad was actually the root for High Germany, which was simplified to a more popular style, but there is no evidence to support this idea. The broadside prints are the source for the text used by the country singers. Sabine Baring Gould included a version in his 1890 collection, A Garland of Country Songs. The third ballad is quite rare from a song collection view and is known as The Wars in Germany. Oh, woe be to the orders that march my love away, and woe be to the cruel cause that make my tears downfall, and woe be to the bloody wars in High Germany, for they have taken my true love and left a broken heart to me. The drums beat in the morning before the break of day, and the wee fifes play loud and shrill while yet the morn was grey. The bonny flags were all unfurled, a gallant sight to see. But woe is me for my soldier lad that's marched to Germany. I looked o'er the bright blue sea as far as could be seen. A tiny sail upon the ship my soldier lad was in, and though the wind was blowing sharp, the ship sailed speedily, and o'er the waves and cruel wars twined my winsome lad from me. That tune was collected in the early 1950s from Margaret Logan of Corsham in Wiltshire. It was written as a poem by the Scottish poet and shoemaker William Motherwell of Renfrewshire near Glasgow. Motherwell was very aware of traditional ballads and songs. He edited the 1827 collection named Minstrelsy Ancient and Modern, and it's likely that he was influenced by similar traditional songs. Just when a tune was added is not known. The poem was reprinted in 1930 in John Oates' Bothy Ballads and Songs, but sadly he did not include a tune. The poem is narrated by a young woman left behind after her love is sent off to the wars in Germany. The only version with the tune that I've found was collected by Ewan MacColl from Margaret Logan of Perthshire, who was living in Corsham in Wiltshire in 1953. High Germany remains a popular and often sung ballad within the folk song clubs, and its familiarity is often pleasing to the audience. I will end this podcast with a version of High Germany collected in August 1908 by George Gardner from William Hill of Catherington in Hampshire. Oh Polly love, the rout is begun, and we must march away at the sound of the drum. Go dress yourself all in your best and come along with me. I'll take you to the wars in High Germany. Oh Billy dear, mind what you do say. My feet they are so sore that I cannot march away. Besides, me dearest Billy, I am with child by thee, not fitting for the wars in High Germany. I'll buy you a horse for my Polly for to ride, and many's the long night I will march by her side. We'll drink at every alehouse that ever we come nigh, and I'll roam along the road for my sweet Polly and I. Oh Polly love, I love you very well. There is no one in all the world that my love can excel. And when your baby it is born and smiling on your knee, you'll think of your Billy boy in High Germany.